Good afternoon, students. Now, in this lecture, we are going to talk about secondary storage device topic. This is a part of your Unit 4 of PCA syllabus of Lucknow University in operating systems. Secondary storage devices are also known as external memory or secondary memory, or we call them as auxiliary storage also. They are non-volatile devices that holds data until it is deleted or overwritten. We need them because हमारी जो primary memory होती है, that is volatile in nature. So we need some place where I can store my data permanently. Secondary storage is about 2 orders magnitude cheaper than primary storage. Primary storage की cost ज़्यादा होती है, capacity कम होती है, जबकि secondary storage is vice versa. It is much cheaper when compared to primary storage, and capacity wise it is much larger. And moreover, it is volatile, non-volatile का difference तो रहता ही है. Through this diagram, I have given you a glimpse of types of storages used in computers. Primary storage में RAM और cache आ जाते हैं, जबकि secondary storage दो तरह से होते हैं. एक होता है hard disk and SSDs, और एक होता है offline storage. This is also a kind of secondary storage. As you can see, they both serve the same purpose and do not interact directly with the CPU. जो secondary storage, offline storage directly interact नहीं करते हैं. We all know that. Now coming on to secondary storage, we say memory is non-volatile, meaning the stored data will be intact even if the system is turned off. Now there are few points I have given it to you regarding secondary storage. It is also called auxiliary. It is less expensive when compared to primary memory. Speed of secondary storage is lesser than primary memory. The data is less frequently accessed, and examples are magnetic disk, tapes, and removable thumb drives, that is your pen drives. Now why do a computer needs a hard drive? A computer requires an operating system to allow user to interact and use it. The operating system interprets keyboard and mouse movements and allows for the use of software like internet and all. So to install operating system, a hard drive is needed. The storage device provides the storage medium where the operating system is installed and stored. A hard drive is also required for installation of any other programs or files that you want on your computer. So we require hard disk in any case. I've given you this diagram. As you can see, ये जो ऊपर वाला diagram है, this is of the hard disk installed in laptops that we are using, and this one is inside my desktop. थोड़ा size में बड़ा होता है, capacity almost same. आप 500 GB ये भी ले सकते हैं, ये भी ले सकते हैं. और ये कुछ इसके कुछ पार्ट्स है, एक्चुएटर, रीड राइट हेड and read write actuator arm. Then there is a spindle, and these are the platters of the hard disk, chassis and all. So as shown in the picture above, the desktop hard drive consists of the following components: head actuator, read write head actuator arm, read write head, spindle, platter. On the back of the hard drive is a circuit board called disk controller. The circuit is what allows the hard drive to communicate with the computer. ये तो इसका external structure है. Right. Next, I have given you a diagram and a working of hard disk, which is oftenly asked. In modern computers, the secondary storage is in the form of magnetic disk, जिसको hard disk बोलते हैं. Hence, knowing the structure of magnetic disk is necessary to understand. See, this is a diagram I have given it to you. जो आपको हार्ड डिस्क में एक्सटर्नली दिख रही थी, अंदर से ऐसी होती है. ये आर्म असेंबली है. ओके, ये हम रीड राइट हेड की बात कर रहे थे अभी, ऊपर से जो दिख रहा था. ये प्लाटर होता है पूरा, और इसमें ये ट्रैक्स, हर एक प्लाटर में यू हैव ट्रैक्स एंड सेक्टर्स. ओके, ये एक एक डिस्क होती है, एक सिलेंडर के फॉर्म में ये एक दूसरे पे स्टैक्ड होते हैं. राइट, एंड दिस डिस्क रोटेट्स. So this was the structure of magnetic disk storage. It's very important, oftenly asked in exam, wherein an examiner expects you to draw this diagram. A magnetic disk contains several platters. Each platter is divided into circular shaped tracks, and each track is divided into sectors. And tracks of the same distance from the center form a cylinder. And read-write head is used to read from the sector of the magnetic disk. The speed of disk is measured in transfer rate and random access time. ये दो units होते हैं जिसमें आप speed measure करते हैं. Transfer rate, this is the rate at which the data moves from the disk to the computer, and random access time, it is the sum of the seek time and the rotational latency. Seek time is the time taken by the arm to move to required track. एक ट्रैक से दूसरे ट्रैक में मूव करने में जितना टाइम लगता है उसको सीक टाइम बोलते हैं. और रोटेशनल लेटेंसी इज डिफाइंड एज द टाइम टेकन बाय द आर्म टू रीच टू द रिक्वायर्ड सेक्टर. ये दो इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं. सीक टाइम, ट्रैक चेंज करने में जो टाइम लगता है, और सेक्टर चेंज करने में जो टाइम लगता है, दैट इज रोटेशनल लेटेंसी. ट्रैक ऐसे चेंज होगा आगे पीछे, और रोटेशनल लेटेंसी के लिए उसको मूव करना पड़ेगा, डिस्क को रोटेट करना पड़ेगा. Even though the disk is arranged as sectors and tracks physically, the data is logically arranged and addressed as an array of blocks of fixed size. हर एक ब्लॉक का साइज मैंने पिछले लेक्चर में भी आपको बताया था 512 होता है बाइट्स, 512 बाइट्स और 1024 bytes, depends on the tracking. Each logical block is mapped with a sector on the disk sequentially. हर एक ट्रैक का जो सेक्टर होता है वो सीक्वेंशियली मार्क्ड होता है, जस्ट लाइक एरेज. एरे इंडेक्सिंग होती है ना 0 1 2 3 4, तो उसी तरह ट्रैक्स भी मार्क्ड होते हैं और सेक्टर्स भी मार्क्ड होते हैं. So in this way, each sector in the disk will have its own logical address. ये नॉलेज आपको जरूरी है जब हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में बात करेंगे डिश शेड्यूलिंग की. तो डिश शेड्यूलिंग में आप देखेंगे हाउ डू वी मूव विद इन दी ब्लॉक्स. ओके, तो what time and what way do we move? There are various algorithms of dish scheduling algorithm. ठीक, so that will be a topic of discussion for the next lecture that we will be learning. So that's all for today. I hope the video was informative to you all. Again, I repeat, this diagram is very important. The structure of magnetic disk and the types of storage devices and their need. So I stop over here. That's all for today. Thank you.